Welcome to the Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Grill and Bar and Maeve's Bar Sligo.
And come here, do we get council or bid money for doing that? Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Kendy and Raybo are proud supporters.
Proud supporters.
Of the turning on of the Christmas lights in
the
Sligo.
Switching on of the... Even though there are some Christmas lights that have already been switched on.
Some of them are switched on already, but that...
They're testing.
But can I just say as well... There's Christmas lights being turned on up and down this country, Ray. And can I say that is unwarranted and the county council are forbidding it, actually.
They're actually going out cutting the lights down.
Yeah, you should not be turning on your Christmas lights without Sligo County Council and Sligo Bid's approval.
Yes, well, they have switched. You see, they're making a big money and big pound out of the switching on of the lights.
And just be ready.
Yeah.
Because armed response are at the ready for anyone who has you will be shot down.
Shot down.
In your...
in a blaze of glory.
Yeah, no, so the Christmas lights being turned on when?
Saturday.
It's a full day of fun, free family fun.
It's a full day of free family fun.
On Saturday coming.
Saturday.
So that is Saturday the 24th of August. Saturday the what?
26th, 25th of November?
Of November, whatever Saturday it is after this comes out anyway. And after that, then you can turn on whatever.
Before Brendan tells us now, in your mind, what comes to mind when someone says, free family fun all day?
It means that Barry Sullivan's going to be there with carousels.
No, he's not.
Or whenever someone says family fun day,
you expect
Barry O'Sullivan bursts out of a hedge.
and applies the bouncing castle.
Yeah, and he goes like that. He blows on a little bag. He goes like that, and then all of a sudden the whole field is full
of fun fair attractions.
Yeah. You can choose a duck. You could go on a merry-go-round.
You can throw a ring.
You could throw a ring, Ray.
And you'll get it on a hook.
Well, you won't probably because it's
win
rigged.
Anything.
Yeah, it's rigged. Another thing to note. No.
What else family fun?
When I hear family fun, I think
the Ocean FM van will
Scruffy
be there.
Duffy.
Scruffy Duffy will be there, yeah.
Scruffy Duffy will be there for family fun.
For those of you non-Sligo listeners, Scruffy Duffy is the greatest legend of a DJ that we know in this parts.
Ever known. In any parts anywhere.
He is a man that can take a wedding that is underperforming and make it perform.
Yeah, he will make you perform.
He did it.
Even on your wedding night, actually, he'll make sure you're performing.
He will perform, yes. Yeah,
he'll do a little performance first.
He's a performance enhancer at weddings.
He is a performance enhancer. So you can search for Scruffy Duffy Entertainment. So we just promoting
performance enhancing weddings. Sounds kind of illegal. Sounds like something they'd be checking for.
Yeah, it's like he maybe he's in the toilet to enhance the performances. Come here, you're not enjoying this wedding. Have a look at this thing here.
Family fun. Any other family fun?
When I think of family fun, it's always that. I think back to old Ireland family fun days where you'd bring the kids down and someone somewhere. Amongst all the carousels and all of the throwing stuff on rings, someone is selling Jack Russells.
How did that happen?
They're always... If you go to any family fun day, someone has the booth of an estate open and they're selling Jack Russells out the back of us. Or some old mongrel old dog.
I won't lie, and this is probably controversial. Not a fan of Jack Russells.
Why?
Because you're yappy. All they do is shout at you when you meet them.
Yeah, no, they are very yappy dog, but
they've got small dog syndrome. They're just annoyed about the fact that they're not a big dog.
But they have the energy of their size because they can go all day. A big dog will bark at you once and go, I fucking might lie down, you know.
Why isn't it women then are more interested in getting small men?
Are they?
They go all day. Like.
That's maybe what they told you, Ray. I don't know. No, I am interested in that. Yeah, for sure. The other thing about the Jack Russell is they will survive anything. I had a neighbour who had a Jack Russell a whole way through our childhood, and that dog would disappear for 2 weeks.
Oh yeah,
and then just wander back in without an eye. Wander back in after 2 weeks without an eye, right? And the paws cut out and just settle back into Cashel Park life. You know, back into the estate life. You know,
cats are terrible for that too.
Yeah, well, cats are just terrible, but
they're not. No, but I mean, they're well able to be self-sufficient. They can find food no matter what happens.
Yeah, the Jack Russell is a self-sufficient dog. Yeah. Like I'm pretty sure, like that. There's certain Jack Russells in Ireland that were sent on peacekeeping missions to Libya without saying anything. And then just land back then 2 months later with a medal. Little medal hanging off their chest. Yeah. The Jack Russell is I think it's you know the way people say, the Irish Wolfhound or whatever, or sheepdogs or whatever. I think the Jack Russell is the quintessential Irish dog.
Do you?
Yeah, it's certainly in estates.
I would say the sheepdog, and that's because I'm from a country background.
You're from rural background.
Rural background. Sheepdog is a quintessential Irish dog.
No, I think it's the Jack Russell.
But it's gone mental now. There's too many types of dogs.
So the thing about the Jack Russell is, why it's the perfect quintessential estate dog is that when you're playing football, they're playing left back. You didn't ask them to, right? But all of a sudden, this Jack Russell is running up and down the field like Sean Riley, running after a ball. You know,
Absolutely
and then
mad for it.
Yeah, and then burst it. Then you're like, oh, for God's sake, burst your
Speaking
Derby
of
size
footballs,
5.
is your daughter now playing football?
Yeah, see that?
I did.
Man, she's booting ball now, boy.
Yeah, she's very good.
I haven't taught her a lot in my time. I wouldn't be the best father. Yeah, yeah.
The best dad.
Definitely wouldn't be the best father, we'll say in the words, but
Yeah.
I have taught her
How to kick a ball.
I've taught her how to kick a ball, and the way I did it is with what they call and this is psychology for you. It's positive reinforcement.
Oh.
Every time her foot touched the ball, I went mental. Yay! And then she's like, "Fuck, what is?" So now every time she kicks the ball,
She claps.
she goes mental as well.
Yeah.
Starts clapping like she has to
and she
score a
goes,
goal.
shoo!
So before, she will not go sue. No fucking way. But before she's even scored goals or anything like that, now she's already celebrating as well. And then she fell over doing it one time as well. I said, hang on now, you're watching Neymar and Ronaldo too much. You have to dive it. I said to her, you won't get away with that now at Castlereagh Celtic.
Can we address, this is 223 people,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, there you go. Sorry for not addressing that in the first whatever amount of minutes this
We
was.
have to address the matter from the previous episode.
What happened? Oh, so we tell people this.
Yeah, no, I'll have to give a man a shout out.
I hear you're a racist now, Ray.
That's a great line. That's a very good line, in fairness to you. No, I'm not a racist. It's just Shane, right? Shane, good friend of the podcast. Shane came on to me last Thursday. This was 9 minutes past 4. The podcast had been only out a matter of hours.
Yeah.
Right? And in last week's podcast, we featured a small section where
Scammers.
I deep dived on some accounts on Facebook I thought were scam accounts.
Yeah, and most of which were.
Yes, they were.
I know.
I just didn't do enough of a deep dive because Shane got onto a 1609. He said, lads, just listen to the latest podcast. One of the people, I'm not going to give the name.
No.
One of the people, because I'll have to cut that out of this one then.
I'm not going back at it again, Ray. No way.
One of the gentlemen who was selling cars at cost price, really low prices, is a professional,
Low price cars, that's a...
He's a professional MMA fighter.
Yep. So we said this gentleman is definitely a fake scammer,
Yeah.
and someone sent us a photo of him in an octagon.
Yeah, looking like an absolute beast of a
And
man.
said he is in fact selling that brand of car.
Yeah.
And he might knock your heads off, just letting you know.
So I promptly deleted the item out of the podcast.
And booked a flight.
Booked a flight, and I'm currently recording this remotely from an undisclosed location.
Yeah, Ray's like Edward Snowden. He's like Edward Snowden now, hiding. Isn't that unreal? Like the one, but I mean, we flagged this before. Like the more you say names, the more.
Yeah, but I
chance you
thought I
have of
was
getting in
safe
trouble.
enough here because I'd picked a few that I thought were scam ones, but this wasn't a scam. This is a real person.
Well, the rest of them were,
Yeah.
but obviously just one of them happened to be
I don't
a
know.
real
Maybe
man.
the rest of them aren't either. I could have suits.
I'm sick to death of
Lawsuits.
scams, by the way.
Yeah, why?
I
what
have, so my computer, and this isn't from downloading nothing iffy, lads, just in case you're wondering.
Sounds iffy to me.
Kendy was downloading the video with 6 lads in the shower. It wasn't that at all. Joe,
Fair
I
play to
spent-
Shane, by the way. That was my shout out.
Shane, fair play to you for letting us know
thanks
and
for the
not
heads up.
and keeping our heads on our
Yeah,
shoulders
yeah.
in the literal sense.
Yeah.
I spent the week trying to. This is really sad, actually. I
Right.
spent the week trying to download an old rugby game from my youth because I'm trying to relive my youth, Ray. I'm an old shit now.
What
and
kind of a rugby game? One you were in?
It's called Rugby 08. No, it's a PlayStation game, like a game for the PC. We'll say.
I thought you were trying to download the 2002 match between Ireland and New Zealand.
No, yeah, you thought that I had searched into Google 30 lads pushed together like a
Yeah.
video from 08.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
No, I tried to download and relive my youth and download an old game that I used to have on PlayStation and get it for PC.
Okay.
And I knew the second I downloaded this file, something
good to be
else downloaded with it, and I went, oh no, and I deleted it straight away and uninstalled it.
Yeah.
But it would appear that the damage has been
You're
done.
riddled.
I have spent 3. Now it's not a virus,
Oh,
okay?
bacterial.
It's not a bacteria. It's not COVID.
Okay.
My computer now has what's called adware. Have you ever
Oh.
heard of adware?
No, what's that?
It's where these cynical bastards, when you search Google, it goes to a thing called ook.gg, and it's an external search party that they're selling ads, if you know what I mean. So when I search for something now, these
Yeah.
people have paid these bastards to make their stuff come up at the top of
Oh,
the list.
no.
And it's bypassed all of my Google.
no.
3 days, Ray, I've been trying to get rid of this adware.
And did you manage it?
I'm on to the government now trying to figure it out.
Why would you be onto the government? They're the last people you'd ring.
Excuse me, if you're telling me... Who am I voting for then, so Ray? Why am I voting for anyone whenever I'm in trouble?
It is the government. It's a capitalist society. The government doesn't mind everything.
Well, the government doesn't mind anything then, Ray. If I can't get this adware off my computer, then I'm not voting for Varadkar again.
That's not fair.
I'm on to Thomas Walsh right now as we speak. I'm
Why?
not at all. I'm only messing. I have got on. I have a company like that's trying to get rid of it, like, and they're talking me through what I need to do. But I have looked at every forum on the internet, and as well as these guys, it is not as simple as delete. They have infiltrated my cloud.
So this is the good computer that we're looking at here.
Yeah. No, it doesn't do anything to the computer. It's just wrecked anything I want to do online, and it is I'm actually so stressed out about it because I like things the way they are.
Yeah.
And
you
now,
don't like change.
Like now that my Google's not working. Well, certainly, yes, I don't like change where they've absolutely destroyed my computer search.
And you like that computer.
That's one of my favourite computers I own.
Yeah, out of the two that you have, that's definitely your favourite.
Top two, anyway, for sure.
Yeah.
It is. And it
so
stressed me
sorry.
out. And now I'm all run down about it. I woke up yesterday with sore wrists.
Oh.
Not from the stuff I was searching on the internet either, by the way.
This is not...
This is getting very weird now all of a sudden.
See, okay.
So I have this thing, Ray. I don't know if this is... if this is on any kind of medical grounds.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
But when I get run down, I know I'm about to get sick when my wrists get sore all the way up my forearms on both sides.
Okay.
I get a strain feeling, and then I get ulcers on my tongue. And I have both of those now because of this adware that's on my computer.
I don't know about anybody at home listening to this.
I wasn't eating the Mickey either, by the way. Stop telling.
But I mean,
just so everyone knows, can I?
I know, but
I want to clear the air. It's not a homosexual thing.
But everything you're saying is pointing to that.
It's nothing to do with that, Raymond. I tried to download EA Sports Rugby Away. I did not try and download.
So let me summarize. You downloaded something
on the
that
internet
was riddled with stuff,
viruses,
right? And now you have a sore wrist.
Yeah.
After having spent 3 days trying to get rid of the riddlement.
I was on the dark web.
Yeah, and the riddlement that I speak of normally comes in
I'm in riddled right now.
Yeah.
I'm in riddled and I'm run down to bits. I am on my computer all day trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
Maybe that's the problem. Wait a minute, I have it now. Of course you have a sore wrist. You spent the last 3 days on the computer trying to click away your blues.
Yeah, but what double clicking on both hands, Ray? I have a simultaneous strain, Ray. It's almost unheard of in the medical community.
It's a mirror strain.
A mirror strain.
yeah.
On both wrists, Ray, and my tongue looks like fucking the
Are you
moon.
riddled with ulcers as well?
Yeah, I've ulcers all over my tongue as well. I'm run
Ulcers.
down to bits. Ulsters.
Sorry. I shouldn't be likening something so horrible to a province.
It's very frustrating though, because I have got to the bottom of it where they've said there's actually nothing wrong with, like, it's not a virusware, like, you know what I mean? It's just this adware that
Just an annoyance-ware.
And like, it's not on just Google Chrome, it's on Microsoft Edge and all this stuff. So I can't.
What about Internet Explorer? Did you try that?
Yeah,
Surely they wouldn't go for that. It's too shit.
I did say it to them, come here.
Or Firefox.
Can I just use Internet Explorer? And they said, no bother at all. Do you want me to revert your computer back to 2007?
Yeah.
You'd have to go back to Windows Vista.
And come here, could you just wipe the whole thing?
I did, man. I got a cloth and
Or
everything.
soak it in
No.
or soak it in rice. Put it in the hot press.
What the next stage is to wipe the computer completely
Yeah.
and see, which is annoying because, like I said, you know, your computer is kind of the way you want it.
Yeah.
Nearly subconsciously, you haven't built it that way, but it's just happened over the months and months and months. And now you're going to have to revert back. It's
And if you try and save any of this, it's like a flood.
It is like a flood,
Yeah.
Ray. It's like a flood, man. And the floodgates are wide open, man.
Sorry
The
about that.
dam is burst, the ball is burst, my head is burst, my wrists are burst, and my tongue is actually fit to burst as well.
So that's what you've been doing with your week.
Yeah, it's very incredibly frustrating as well.
I'm very sorry
So
for you.
if anyone else has any idea how to get rid of the OK.gg adware virus, please let me know.
Did you enjoy my empathy there?
Did I think it was genuine, really, is the question you want to get to.
Did you enjoy
Have
my
you been
empathy?
at therapy?
No, I've been thinking about what you said last week.
Where you don't listen to people?
Well, it's just that I get frustrated and I'm too honest with them.
You're
then.
just like, oh, I couldn't be arsed listening to
I,
this bollocks.
rather than in my mind going, I can't be arsed listening to this.
Yeah.
I actually say it.
Yeah.
I go, I can't be arsed listening to what you have to say there now. Can you please move on and make it faster?
Yeah.
But I've realised that
Which is a really good trait when you have a podcast, by the way. When someone is trying to say something and the other person goes, I'm actually not going to go with this at all.
I'm sorry. When did we do that?
No, I'm just saying that wouldn't be a good trait to have.
Oh, no,
is to-
no.
Absolutely.
So I have realised, in fairness, my sister Marie also, she mentioned yesterday.
Flagged it.
She said, I'm really delighted that Mark experienced that because I too did help Marie with her taxes.
Oh, yeah.
And she had a similar experience. She was trying to work something out in real time.
Yeah.
And I had to cut her down.
You
I
were
had to
like-
say, nope. No, you can't be doing that in my presence. My time is too precious to be listening to you working things out.
But that's true, though. Your time is precious.
And that's why I wouldn't have made a good school teacher.
Definitely
Imagine
not.
me with a big classroom full of kids and and mommy said that this
2 plus 2 job.
Shut up about
You'd be
it,
like,
will
so
ya?
2 plus 2, and they'd be like, okay, so I'm going to carry. You'd be like, will you just get to the answer and shut up?
Stop carrying.
Right, let's bring back corporal punishment. This is I'm going to get the whip.
Yeah.
You know, you would not have made. I don't think you would have made a lot of things actually with that kind of a trait.
Anything else?
But having said that, though,
A counsellor.
definitely not.
Imagine me as a counsellor.
No.
Yeah.
Definitely not. If I sat down. If I had to lie down on a chair and you were Jaxied me, that's I'm gonna make it a verb. Is that a verb?
A Jaxied, yes.
To have been Jaxied. Oh shit, that doesn't sound so good.
He Jaxied him.
When Ray's either apologising to you or letting you know that he's not happy with you, he'll call you Jaxie.
I know I call people Jaxied all the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're either pissed off with people or you're telling them.
No, it's a general term of endearment.
Yeah, but what? Okay, so to have been Jaxied by Ray. Can I just go with this again? You're rooting Ray. This is what I'm
Sorry.
saying. You're rooting this whole thing down.
Yeah.
To have been Jaxied. If I lie down at a chair.
Well, let's do it there now.
Yeah, if I'm lying down the chair and so you have to be
I'm going to be me.
the old you.
Just me, yeah.
And I say to you, okay, I'm going to sit down in the chair.
What's
Ray,
up, Mark?
It's kind of hard to explain, really.
Yeah, but obviously you would figure it out.
What I was hoping that you might help with that.
Have you not thought about it enough at this point?
Okay. You're obviously Jesus, you must be getting paid by the minute. Okay.
No, I'm not going to pay by the minute.
I'm going to try and get to it.
What is wrong with you?
Okay, I'm going to try and let me just think about it for 1 sec. So, like, why am I feeling this big empty hole?
That's what I want to know.
Yeah. And, like, it's hard to know really where it stems back to.
Well, let's try and figure it out. What's wrong with you?
Jeez, you're
This
really.
is why I can't be a counsellor. I wouldn't have the patience for it.
And did you ever think sometimes, like, that is there a meaning to life at all?
Okay.
Gay Byrne was the best Late Show host, don't you think?
He was, in fairness to him. Although
Now you're back in. You're like, okay.
Yeah, no,
do you know
now
what?
we're
Now
talking.
we're fucking talking sense.
Yeah.
Speaking of Gay Byrne, not to jump the gun
Thank
on
God
your
we're out of
wonderful
that.
therapy. Yeah, and the Lord above, I wouldn't give you 60 quid an hour. I don't even think that's what they get. They get more than that, I'd say. Patrick Poultry.
The worst thing is if I'm in counselling, do you know, me waiting for the counsellor to try and come round to himself
But listen,
and give me an answer.
I'm going to be a counsellor.
Right.
Tell me, you come in and say something along the same lines that I just said there.
Right. I have an emotional rash in the back of my knee.
What the fuck is that? Sorry, that's not right.
Yeah.
Ray, all I want you to do is to know that once I close that door behind you,
Yeah.
this is a safe space. It doesn't matter how long it takes.
Right.
I'm 80 quid an hour.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how long it takes. I'm going to be here to listen, and whatever it is that's,
Yeah, can I talk now?
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, there's no point in you chapping away here now. It's me that needs to tell you the crap.
I had awful problems with my parents. Is that what it is?
No.
No one loved me as a child.
No. Just, can I volunteer some of the information that may help you in your assessment?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this rash came on about a week ago.
Right.
Right? I was at home with my parents.
Okay.
Right? Now that's where you kick back in with your old. That reminds me of a time.
Bed bugs. Have you thought about bed bugs, Ray? Because
Are they becoming a pandemic?
they are rampant. Right? Bed bugs are rampant, lads. The Rugby World Cup was on, right?
They're spread all over the world.
They were spread all over the shagging world, man. Apparently, the bed bugs in Paris and the outskirts are crazy.
Right.
You can't get rid of no bastard bed bug. You have to bug bomb the whole house. You have to put a tent over it, like, you know that
Like
thing.
the laptop.
Like the laptop. Maybe that's what's wrong. The laptop has bed bugs. Bed bugs, man, is a huge, and people are bringing them back then, the suitcases from France.
Oh,
France is filthy.
rotten. Actually, I was
Rotten.
watching France there yesterday. The Crown was based in France yesterday. I was watching the newest 4 episodes of The Crown come out.
Can I talk about The Crown as well? Because I watched one episode of it.
Did you? Which one did you watch?
Nicola was watching it downstairs.
The new one
I watched, yeah.
with Diana and the
Not
poor
to
thing.
ruin it, but again, like I've made this comparison before. It's like the Passion of the Christ. If you don't know what happened, then fucking it's your own fault for not
Yeah.
knowing. Princess Diana,
Yeah.
the most beloved of all the royals
She
ever,
was.
probably by the common man.
Yes.
Would that be right in saying?
Yep.
This woman was a
No.
no.
Stop.
I'm just saying.
I had to bleep all that section out just for my own sensitivities.
No, not for your own sensitivities. I don't even mean that to be insensitive. Okay, maybe let me rephrase it a little
I
bit better.
wish you could.
Okay, she was an adulterer or an.
How?
So from what I saw from the episode that I
Yeah.
watched, She was on a yacht.
Yes.
With a gentleman from some other place. He was engaged to a woman.
Yes.
And his father wanted him to get off with Diana instead.
Yeah.
So, but it looks like they're just going. So Diana goes, I really hope you have a good life, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to leave on this boat now.
Mm-hmm.
Cut to 2 scenes later. She's back on the boat
Back
with
on the
them.
boat, yeah.
And he has a fiancée.
Yeah, fiancé.
So what happened there then?
So she was, yeah, well, in fairness, she wasn't really, it wasn't a good space to be in, like. So you shouldn't be chatting lads that have fiancés.
So that's where I come from, is that everyone says she's the people's queen or whatever, the people's
she wasn't
princess.
perfect.
No, but no one is, obviously.
And I suppose she had just been through the situation where she was in a marriage with Charles and the wife.
But she was riding a fella who was about to get married.
I don't know what
There was a phone call to your man. He said, hello, you had a great shirt, by the way. I like the father. He was wearing the jazziest of shirts, Ray. And I was really enjoying them. And the young fella as well. Hairy. Wherever they're from in the world, they were hairy men.
Yes.
But they wore lovely shirts over the stuff.
Lovely jazzy shirts.
He was on the phone, right, in the middle of the crowd. And he said, hello, to the assistant.
Yeah.
And he said, who's there? And the assistant said, he's on the boat with that Diana one that was up above on top of the royal fella.
Yeah.
And he said, lovely, that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Right? And he said, are they sleeping together?
Yeah.
And he says, I don't know, man.
I don't
I'm
know.
not. And he says, get me the one who changes the bed sheets.
He does. Now, there's a lot of dramatic, I don't know if this is real. There's a lot of dramatic courtesy taken.
Well, I mean, this is a dramatic reenactment I'm doing as well, Ray. It's not exactly what happened, to be honest.
No.
Your man, he says, hello, get me the one who changes the bed sheets.
Yeah.
And he says, Consuela.
Why does it have to be Consuela? Could it not be Mary?
Don't bring me to this. Right. Don't fucking make me say why it's Consuela.
Yeah, okay.
All right, stop.
It did look like a Consuela.
Yeah, it was of its time, Ray.
Yeah.
Okay, don't do that. I'm not going to go full
Cool.
Kelly Osbourne on this thing. Okay, so, Consuela. Hola, Consuela. And then he gets on the phone to her with his jazzy shirt, and she says, geez, that's a lovely shirt. He says, how do you know it's not a video call? It's 1981.
I can hear
and
it.
I can hear it, she said. He said, is my son going to bed on his own? The woman said, he's not going to bed on his own. Himself and Diana are sleeping in the same bed.
Yeah.
She said, I don't know what after that. I'm not allowed to stay in the room.
Wow, okay.
So she says, I don't hear any or any of that stuff.
No.
But she said they are going into the same bed together.
isn't that-
And he's engaged to another woman.
What an awful way to be.
Engaged to another woman.
No,
and then
not that. It's just that your old lad be ringing to see you getting the job done.
my father would. The last time my father, it definitely wasn't to see.
Like, I've never got any calls from Eamon. You were over in Kendy's house the whole day. I said, I am. Are they sleeping in the same room? Because some couples do carry on as if they're not, but they are.
But there is.
Did you used to sleep in the same, like when yourself and Nicola used to stay at home in the Kendy household?
Yeah.
Would you stay over overnight? Would you stay in the same room, but out of wedlock?
Oh yeah.
Would you?
No, but like you have to remember we're together since we're 14.
You would, yeah, but I mean, you weren't married yet.
No, but obviously
What business would you have?
Obviously,
in the same room
we
together?
didn't have any of that until we were like 20. We'd say like that didn't because we went off to college. Anytime we were staying in each other's house, it was like when we were 19, 20.
Yeah.
But by that stage, we were so long together that
They felt like you were married.
well, there was no codding anyone at that stage. Like,
Right.
Do you know what I
okay.
mean?
But it's all about codding a lot of the time.
Well, if you go back now to your house, even as a married man, are you and Laura allowed to stay in? Is she allowed to stay in the house even?
No, she is,
She'd be
yeah.
out in the cattle shed. She'd be
No,
sleeping out in the chicken
she
coop.
is now officially allowed to stay in the house.
She's saying, I'm sleeping out in the chicken coop.
You stay in the van, Darren.
That's
I'll
what
see you
Carmel
tomorrow.
is saying.
Yeah.
She'd sleep out in the chicken coop now, Ray. Would you be allowed, yeah?
We would be allowed, yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Are you
know,
and Brendan, you wouldn't even allowed to stay in the same. Even in your house, you're allowed to stay in the same. Okay, go on.
but
Sorry. Ray.
there are situations now where where that wouldn't be appropriate.
Not if you were all staying in the same bed before you. Definitely
Yeah,
not. No.
fair.
That
But
would
no,
be,
but with the whole marriage thing now, I wonder that's really kind of slipping away a wee bit.
What do
the
you mean?
whole that you don't be sleeping together until after marriage.
oh, that's gone.
It's gone, isn't it?
But that's long gone. The church, but Ray, you have to remember there was a time in this country where the church used to take your baby and your wife and your missus off you if you had a baby.
No.
Do you know what I mean? No, there was a time where if you got pregnant as a woman, they
true.
would. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we've come a long way since then. If that's what
Yeah,
you're
in
asking,
fairness,
yes, we
yeah.
have.
Yeah.
But that whole idea that people don't sleep, but there would be some old school parents
Imagine
out there.
the surprise you'd get though.
If you woke up in a
No,
mother and baby home.
I don't. No, what I mean, the way how things used to be, if you were doing a line with someone, maybe that was why doing a line only took so long.
Doing
You'd
line
only
is
be
very different nowadays, by the way.
Yeah, but it is.
Takes about 5 minutes in the
Yeah.
jacks.
So doing a line back in the day, you'd only be seeing someone for a couple of months
Yeah.
at the most before you'd propose.
Yes.
I think that was done pure out of desperation, going, I can't be dealing with this any longer.
Now that you could be on the button there
And now you have people engaged for fucking years.
Yeah, and the other thing as well, you have multiple partners now, Raymond.
That's true.
With the invention of the condom.
Yes.
That's 2 words. Con.
Yeah. So back in the
Space
day as well,
dom.
you couldn't do that
So
either.
what used to happen back in the day, and I'm not speaking for everybody, I'm just saying that this is a hypothesis,
Yeah.
what I'm about to give you now. I think what would have happened is, you would have started courting, you would have said, I'd absolutely hate the right outfit now if I got it. I'm either going to do it out of wedlock, or let's just get married quick so I can get the ride.
Yeah.
And then by the time you've got that ride,
Yeah.
sure, you're married and it's done, so you don't have any other partners after
You
that.
know that clarity you get after.
I go blind.
You know the clarity. You wonder is there an awful lot of lads that got married and got an oldest bit of clarity
Wow.
and went, what am I after doing?
Wow. And there was no divorce back then
And women
either.
as well in the same boat.
I'd say it was probably more women.
Yeah.
But
what am I after doing?
That is so true, because there is not. I don't want to get too vulgar on this, but once you've kind of completed said activity,
Completed the game.
Yeah, once the activity is over,
Yeah.
and they've blown the full-time whistle,
That's a lovely way of putting it.
sometimes
Once the full-time whistle has been blown to conclusion. You
Your
didn't
man-
mean that at all, did
your
you?
man blew the full-time whistle. How did you get out with your man last night? Oh, he blew the full-time whistle.
How did you get on with it? Why
So-
he blew it? Oh,
Never
right,
mind.
okay. Yeah.
Oh, it didn't last long. He blew his full-time whistle very
Yeah.
quick.
Go
okay,
on.
so what I was going to say was,
Yeah.
there's a time when you do, sometimes you kind of end up going, I don't really want to look at you for the next hour now, if I'm
Yeah.
being honest.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not going to bite at that, Ray, no?
No.
Why
What was I supposed to say? I was kind of just enjoying it.
I want you to get involved and admit what I'm saying, because I know it's true.
About what? That Laura feels like that all the time.
That you can.
That I can.
It's possible.
Oh, geez, of course, yeah.
Why the fuck were you quiet for the last 15 seconds?
I
Me
was
sitting
in-
here like a bollocks.
I was enjoying the thoughts that you were proposing.
Stop thinking about her while we're in the room. That's disgusting.
No, I was just kind of, and I have this problem with Laura all the time. Not this problem.
No, you do. You have a lot, because you've said this to me
No,
before.
no,
You've said
no,
this.
no.
You have a lot of problems with Laura.
No, I have this. Sometimes Laura will make a statement, not about this subject. She'll just make a statement, and I literally sit there and I'll think about it. And then she'll look at me and she'll go, and,
Yeah.
is there a response? And I'm
Yeah.
going, no, I'm just thinking about what you said.
See, the problem here is, you see,
This is a podcast.
This is a podcast, Ray.
You can't do that.
So you can't just stop and think for the rest of your life. You have to engage with the
crack.
You bring some awful shite in here sometimes.
It's a bad week, man.
And I never miss it. I'm just going to go with this and see where it goes.
Yeah, sorry
I
about
made
that.
a statement to you there that sometimes when a couple complete,
Yes.
that they sometimes go, I'm not going to look at you for half an hour. And you just went,
Sorry.
yep.
I can't identify with it, so I was trying to get my head around it.
Now, that's even more frustrating.
Yeah.
Stop lying. Then. There's a beautiful technique that was invented in
Yeah.
2012.
What's that?
And it's upon completion of said activity,
Yes.
cheek to cheek on the phone.
Oh,
Now,
what?
go
Oh,
turn cheek to cheek and go on the said
on your
phones.
phone.
And then when you wake up,
when was that invented? 2012.
2012.
Why? How did I miss that now?
it was invented by the great Henry Lovenstein
Henry
in
Lovenstein
2012.
and the invention of
The tech-
post-sex phone use.
Cheek to cheek
Cheek-to-cheek phone use.
Yeah, it's where you don't have to be looking at each other afterwards.
Right.
I mean, I love the way you're not biting at any of this, and it's making me look like a dirty, cynical pervert.
I'd go for a little cuddle after it.
You're disgusting. Right?
I'm
Do you
not
know
disgusted,
something?
but I mean,
can't.
Is it? But
Stop lying.
I'm not lying. I would you'd go for a little cuddle after it.
Stop lying. You're really pissing me off now, Ray.
I'm not lying. I'd be a lover, not a fighter.
I don't think you've had sex enough, to be honest with you.
I haven't got to the point where I'm like, oh God, I just
Because if you're still enjoying it afterwards, then I don't want to.
you don't feel no okay.
I can't believe you said that. Can we move on now? Because I'm after ending up like a bollocks with you looking at me like I'm a bollocks. Now you bring me something and then I'll just go, bring me something.
I'm bringing you something now. I'm
Go
looking
on.
up my notes.
Have you any crack that you need to get to? Go on.
Yes, I do have crack. There was an incident, supposedly on Friday night, in the Great National Hotel in Ballina.
What is this, by the way?
So I can tell you about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
now, I'll tell you what happened.
okay.
My mother, sitting
joking.
at home, right, minding her own business,
Went out to
at the age that she is, taking it
45.
candy, 45, far side of 46.
Yeah.
Right? She's sitting at home, minding her own business. Anne, her friend.
Anne and her friend.
Anne.
Oh no, Anne.
Her friend.
Her friend. Okay.
Sends her a video.
Right.
Right? Now, my mother, she's new to WhatsApp.
Yeah.
So we've been getting her good at things. She's able to respond. She's able to react to messages. She has even sent the occasional voice note. So she's really swinging it now. So she is. Yeah, flying it.
Flying.
So anyway, now she's on and she's some of her friends on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And Anne decided I'm going to send Carmel this video.
Brilliant.
The video was of an altercation in a hotel function room.
Yeah. Okay. So
Right.
I haven't seen this video, but
underneath
I
it,
think I have though. Go on.
underneath it said Ballina Friday night Declan Nerney. Right?
But sometimes, I will say, sometimes a Declan Nerney gig, you'd swear you're at a Rage Against the Machine gig sometimes.
Yeah, that's
with
what
the
this
moshing.
looked like, yes.
Have you ever seen 170-year-olds moshing?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bloodbath.
So the video, just for those who have not seen it, was a number of people involved. There was a big crowd in a function room.
Have you got the video?
I have the video.
Can you, without showing them, just so I'm on board and I let you know if I've seen the video or not then.
Oh, okay.
Just really quick now. Sorry to break the whole thing up.
Yep. No, I
but
can
just,
do this.
Just show me 5 seconds of it and I'll know if I've seen it before then. Because I only heard about this today. But
Yeah.
I haven't seen the video they're on about. But once they started describing it, I was like, I think I know that video.
Yeah, it's a very, it was an interesting video now to say the least. Here we go. And it just said Ballina Declan Nerney.
So it said
yeah. So that's it there now.
Yeah, okay, turn it on. I've seen that video 100,000 times.
Have you? Okay, yes, now.
So that,
my mother,
I can tell you where that really
I
was.
know
but-
you can tell
yeah.
where it is, but
Because
my
I've been in
mother
that hotel plenty of times.
was told Ballina Declan Nerney.
Unreal.
Right?
Who starts this stuff?
So I think it's quite actually, it's both ingenious and horrible at the same time.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't do the hotel any good. Or Declan Nerney.
Doesn't do Declan Nerney any good, man. What's
Now,
he played?
I mean,
Killing in the name of.
So I looked. So I was also sent this video, but I looked at it and it said Ballina Declan Nerney, and I looked at the video now. Wait a minute, that hotel neither has LED uplighting over the bar or speakers mounted on the wall.
Straight away, Ray knew.
I knew it wasn't.
He
the
knows
Great
the AV
National.
of that room.
And I also knew there wasn't the fancy yolks, little things that slip down
Come
the
over on the
tables.
tables. Yeah.
To make them look awful fancy.
Yes.
Didn't have that either.
It's a dress for the table.
Table dress.
Yeah, table
So
dress.
I knew this was not the hotel they were saying it was.
So you're the one who broke the news.
So no, but then, we went for a family dinner on the Sunday, and my mother, the video was spoken about. Now at the time I was dubious. I was going, I don't think it's Ballina. And someone else in my family said, oh no, it's definitely Ballina. And my mother goes, I have that video. It's terrible, carry on. And then she says, I'll forward it on to you, Michael. And I went, whoa.
Your mother is so close.
My mother has now completed WhatsApp.
Yeah,
she
she's
is
done.
now a protagonist of WhatsApp.
Level 8.
She moves things now.
Yeah,
she was just a receiver up to now. Now she's moving things on.
But that gets far more. You know some of the stuff that gets sent on in WhatsApp.
Oh, I do, yeah.
Your mother's going to be like, wait to see this video from China.
She's
It's fucking mental.
Now we can add her into a hen group or something and she'll be able to participate.
Now.
She'll have a back catalogue of stuff.
Of Mickey's to be sent on.
She can send in.
Wait to see this fella.
But
oh,
it's mad,
Lord,
though.
wait to see the yoke of them.
And obviously it came out today then, the Great National Ballina released a statement, how very press of them.
Yeah.
And they said, come here, look, we've been implicated in this. But this video was from, where?
They said Clare, by the
Yeah.
way. But if I'm right or wrong in saying this, I think it's actually Limerick.
Yeah.
I think it's Limerick.
Somewhere down there. And I think it was actually some class of a fight night. And everything, and literally was a fight.
Well, it
but there
certainly
was people throwing chairs. But it actually showed me as well how chairs can bounce off you when you're hit by one.
Yeah, well, you're quite pingy. Yeah, if you're the right kind of fella, you could be quite
Yeah.
pingy.
You can nearly swat them away with your hand.
I wouldn't chance it. But I think I've been in that hotel function room about 10 or 12 times because I recognised it straight
The
away.
LED up lights.
And I think
The
it's Limerick.
speakers over the bar.
Have you been in it?
I haven't, but you know that's a fancy hotel room. Because you don't have speakers over the bar in most hotels.
I can't say too much.
Yeah.
I think it might be a rat. I'm not going to say too much. No,
No,
but
don't.
I've been in that room.
I was just shocked to my mother.
How she's so proficient.
She was devastated today when she realised she'd been taken for a spin.
Yeah.
Because she was.
But it's
She was
amazing.
fooled into thinking that was Declan Nerney's gig.
Who starts that rumour?
I don't know.
Like, who's sitting at home scratching bean
yeah.
and says,
Takes the video and just goes, Ballina.
I'm going
Declan
to call
Nerney."
that Ballina Declan Nerney on Friday.
And it flies.
And it just goes.
Yeah.
Because, especially with outrage, people will believe straight away without questioning anything.
Yeah.
That's why outrage culture is, I always say, let's take a step here and see what the real story is.
Yeah.
Once you see, so especially nowadays with TikTok and Instagram Reels and the short form, with bite-sized content nowadays, right, it's very easy to not go over the truth, you know? It's just some
absolutely.
of our videos on TikTok. Sporadic as they are.
Bits, yeah, like that
People
time we said Leeds from GA were marvellous. And
Yeah.
people took one little slice of it and went, hold on a minute.
People took that 5 minutes where we said they were shite and they said, hang on now a minute.
Exactly, yeah.
And what they didn't realise is that in a private conversation that wasn't responded, I said, actually, they're all right.
Yeah.
But they don't see that, do
No,
they,
they
though?
don't see us
They
talking
just see the
privately.
content that I put out there
Yeah.
and for everyone to get vexed at, you know?
True.
That was not the Hotel Ballina as well, by the way.
It was not the Great National Ballina, and it was not a Declan. Imagine having been at the Declan Ernie gig, and then the following day people come up to go, geez, you had an awful nice Declan Ernie.
Imagine what he was thinking.
Yeah. I think Declan Ernie had to put out a post as well.
And say,
That did not happen at my gig.
well, he said, I must have been gone home at that stage.
Well, no,
Because apparently they play him off and he's in the car before. Did I ever tell you the time, I won't say a name.
Great.
No,
I'm
good.
I'm forever telling you not to be saying names.
I was playing a gig, like a benefit function.
Yeah.
A couple of bands on the bill.
Oh.
And up at the tippy top of the bill was a prominent Irish country singer.
Yes.
Okay? And we were on right before this prominent Irish country singer. Okay?
Right.
So the band that I was in at the time played the gig and we did whatever it was, a half an hour.
They would have been a top Premier #1 wedding band at the time.
Yes, absolutely. And still.
Still. Sorry, yeah.
We finished the gig. It was in
Up and
a
above.
hotel in Galway.
Okay.
And then we said there was a pub 20 minutes down the road in another town.
Yeah.
And we said that's where we're going to drink after this gig, you know. So now, wait till you hear this one now. Well, it was the hometown of the band.
Okay, fair enough.
So we finished a half an hour. And as the prominent country singer was walking up onto the stage after we had just finished, he said, lads, I'll see you back in the pub when I'm finished here, you know?
Yes.
And we said, lovely, yeah, we'll chip on ahead of you, you know?
He was also going to go 20 minutes down the road for the pint.
Yeah.
Right.
So we then get off the stage without having to take down any gear, get into the van and drive.
The 20 minutes.
Now, keep in mind, this fella still hadn't started his gig.
Yes.
When we got to the pub, he was sitting in there at the bar.
How?
Magic.
What kind of Bermuda effect is going on in the,
We were
in,
like-
in the rolls of Galway?
We were sitting there going, what is going, he was like, yeah, no, I did me 50, I'm back here now, like. We were like, what the fuck is it going on?
So you did 10 minutes.
So all I'm saying is, Declan Ernie there, who's saying he wasn't, these country singers have black magic in their back pockets as well.
Okay.
So remember
Did you figure
that.
out why that happened?
No, it's just, we must have waited around for so long that. But in my head, we just got into the car and then he was there waiting for us.
Why did you all go to the same pub?
It's called the Harry. He's actually, if you want to know the country singer's name, it was Harry Houdini.
Right.
Okay, sorry now about that.
How did you all end up in the same pub? What
Because
was
we
that?
said we were going to do that.
But I mean, why did the prominent country singer say, I'll join you in the pub?
Because the
You must
one
be
thing you
good crack
don't,
lads, eh?
you don't know about my life, Ray, previous to, I don't talk a lot about myself as well, you know.
You're like someone in the army or has been to war. Or
I've been
something.
well up there,
Yeah.
swinging it with the big Mickeys.
Yeah.
And I don't like to talk about it on stuff like this, Ray, because I don't want to big myself up, but I'm in some circles.
Okay.
And I know some people,
Yeah.
I can have you killed.
Killed in the country way.
Yeah, I could have you killed by country.
Can I ask a question?
Go on.
You were saying something about Gay Byrne being the best host
Oh yeah,
ever.
I was trying to talk about that
And
time.
then you reminded me of the fact that was there some sort of a country special on the Late Late there recently where all of the country favourites
Yeah.
sang a song together dressed like the Blues Brothers.
Some of the country unfavourites as well were on that. I do find that country special funny when you watch it on the Late Late because like there's obviously a hierarchy in that business.
Yeah.
And the big dicks are at the top. But like when they get everyone to sing a song together, you've got all the boys who are trying to make it in the country business sitting in the back row, sticking their heads up, kind of going, how are ya? Yeah, I'm here as well now. Don't forget about me, kind of thing, you know?
It seems to be a very emerging market.
The country business.
Yeah.
And
by emerging, I mean,
kind of the same way that, like, you know, Extravision. Let's all get involved in an emerging market. No, I'm just saying, like, it's been there for.
it's been there for a long time, I know, but you're just seeing more and more of it lately. I just feel it's more in my view.
I think you're seeing less and less of it, Ray.
No, I'm sitting at home today having a banana sandwich with my mother and father, and I was listening to Midwest Radio, and they were playing, truth be told, the most atrocious Irish country song I ever heard.
Yeah,
in my
but
life.
Ray, Midwest play country music 24/7.
They do.
And it's unapologetically as well. If you listen to Midwest, they'll say, and next up, ladies and gentlemen, is another Irish country star. And don't worry, because if you're not into country music, fuck you.
Yeah.
Where played it anyway?
We're playing it anyway.
They don't play popular music.
But they do seem to keep coming back with it's the same song with just a different story. But it's not even a different story. It's
There's a couple of things that happen in
Yeah.
country music. So there's a couple
Ingredients.
of, especially if you're one of these Irish country guys, and this isn't all of them, obviously, you know. But if you want to make it as an Irish country star, a couple of things you can do. You can talk about Jesus.
Yes.
Number 1.
Yeah.
I put my faith in Jesus and he repaid
and
me.
your owl Mayo Mammy.
Your owl, you can talk about family, which is number 2.
Yes.
Jesus, family. Love, loss, or gain.
Yes.
And then the 4th thing is
a place.
Traveling abroad.
Oh.
Which reminds you of the place.
Oh yes, of
So
course.
you
The
could
fact
say-
that you're away, yes.
Yeah, and that can be
And you're
that can be a
away
halftime waltz.
You're away abroad, remembering all those things you just listed.
Yeah.
That's actually a perfect Irish country song.
Perfect.
It's I'm away abroad. I miss my family.
My missus.
I miss Jesus.
I miss Jesus. Jesus isn't in Vancouver. No,
no.
No side of Jesus in
No.
Vancouver, lads.
And I miss all the things I love, lost and gained.
Yes.
Yes.
So, and then what'll happen then is, so they'll then sing that song all about that.
Yeah.
But me and me father one time were sitting down watching Irish TV. I don't even know if it's a thing anymore.
Oh, it is. My father watches it religiously.
And they would, so someone out there, and if you're this person, please get in touch because I'd love to know how much is in your bank account. Somebody out there is producing the video for all of these up-and-comers. And it's the same video. And wait to hear the budget. Whatever the budget is, if you're a country singer and you're singing a slow country song or whatever it might be, a foxtrot. It could be a foxtrot or a halftime
How
waltz
does
or something.
foxtrots go again? Because when you say
I
foxtrot there, no beat comes to mind.
think a foxtrot is very similar to a jive, but it's a bit more off the snare, kind of.
Okay.
I think it's that
There's-
one.
there's a
My
bit of-
father tell you better. He
There'd
knows
be
all
a
of them.
trotting about it.
Oh, you could trot away.
Oh, okay.
I think it's that. I think it's that anyway. That could be wrong. But anyway, if you were doing a song like that, so first of all, you'd say, I want to get a state-of-the-art video going for this, right?
Yes, yeah.
And you get onto this company, whoever they are out
Yeah.
there who make it for all of them, and they have one script board.
Mm-hmm.
And what it means is, okay, we're going to get you out into some kind of forestry. And we think we'll do a shot of you walking
a
down
pretty place.
maybe a path. And what we'll do is we'll get you to stop at a tree.
Yeah.
And you can lean against the tree.
Yep.
And that's shot 1 done. And you're singing to the camera.
Yeah, that's the
shot
first
2
verse.
now. I actually had a look all around this landscape, all over this landscape. 10 foot down the way there's a bench actually.
Yeah. And
What we might do is get you sitting on the bench tapping your knee for the next scene.
remembering the place.
Remembering the place.
That used to
now,
be.
that's what I was getting onto. If you're remembering the place.
Yeah. Oh,
Remembering the place.
They'll do the little cross dissolve thing where it goes back to the place.
Cross dissolve and it's almost like a dream section.
Yeah, dream section.
Yeah, or a looking back section.
Yeah.
Now, me and me father were
Would
watching.
there be a babbling brook somewhere nearby?
I don't know what that means.
Some class of a small stream or river
Yeah, obviously
where you'd
because
stand beside.
you're missing your mother and she lives
And
near all of
Jesus.
that. Yeah, and you're missing Jesus too.
Yeah.
And Jesus is in nature.
Yes.
But what I was going to say to you was, myself and me father were sitting down watching them one day, right?
Yeah.
And it was one of those generic country videos, but he was thinking back to missing his old Irish mammy.
Yes,
He
of
was
course.
away off in Vancouver and he had been abroad for 20 years.
Too long, some
He had
might
been
say.
abroad 20 years and he was just thinking about his mammy all the time. So he went off in a pair of jeans and a shirt and he waved goodbye to his mammy with his bag in his back.
Yes.
She was crying, he was crying.
Of course they
And
were.
20 years later, Ray, he came back.
Yeah. And
to
she
see-
dead.
No,
the
no,
house
she-
gone.
No, she had
Taken over by the bank. KBC
yeah,
sold
there's
it.
12 semi-detached houses on
Yeah.
the site now.
Yeah.
No, she's still there.
And a mace.
She's still there. She hasn't aged a bit.
Oh.
And he's still wearing the same jeans and shirt when he's looking in the window.
Ah, okay.
And we were going, I'll tell you what, they didn't really think about this fully the whole way through, did
And
they?
you know
no?
something as well as there's female singers as well in the country business.
They love talking about Jesus.
Yeah.
Because if you're a young female country singer,
Yeah.
you can't be out gallivanting fellas.
Yeah.
So the fella country singers can say, I met a girl down the pub and I took her round the back, but I won't tell you what I did.
Right.
I put my hand up my skirt. But a girl can't do that because it's not a good look for women to
No.
be singing about that. So they can sing about lovey-dovey or they can sing about being in love with Jesus.
Yes.
They can say,
But-
I've been through plenty of man in the country, but none of them does
dance
what
like-
you
can
do.
dance like you.
Can dance like
Yeah.
Jesus.
Jesus.
There's a new country song for you. Jesus does a lovely waltz.
But I definitely have seen
Foxtrot Into My Heart, oh great one. These are all great. I could keep coming out with all these songs.
I've definitely
Oh God, you can jive. Oh God, you can jive. I love another one.
I have definitely seen a young female country singer essentially singing the song you described at the start there, where she was away in Vancouver for 20 years and she's come home. But it's very unbelievable because she's clearly only 21 or 22.
Yeah.
And she's kind of going, I've been away now for a very long
She's
time.
must have been away for the last 20 years.
And she comes in and her mother hasn't aged a bit.
No.
And you're going, I don't believe this.
All bands write about shit they don't like. If you ask all those old bands in the 70s, and what was that song about? They go, I haven't a clue. I was on acid.
That's true, yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Pour some sugar on me.
Yeah, they're like.
Why would anyone want someone to pour sugar on you?
No, that's the thing.
That's sticky.
Yeah, big old sticky old sugar
Big old
old,
sticky
and getting
old.
old kettle old.
Yeah,
But what I'm
yeah.
saying is, I'm just saying that there's a very there's a chart there for country singers that they can go. Don't worry, we'll get you a song.
Yes.
No bother at all.
Yeah.
If you get
Is there
one
a
of
key
these
change
five,
in these songs?
always.
Is there?
After the bridge coming
Bridge.
into the,
Coming
you
into
can either come straight into it onto the verse or
And
onto the
jump.
last chorus.
Or then as you sing the last chorus, then you could take it up a little.
You could take it up.
For that last chorus.
You could. So all these, but then you have to remember then the guys then who are doing it at the top level, they
Yes.
don't have to make those generic videos
No.
anymore. They've made it to level 2.
Yeah.
We're going to do it in the pub. We're going to record our video in the pub.
Yes.
And we're going to invite 50 of our friends down and put a pint of Guinness on for all of them.
Right.
And we're going to have the crack here in the pub instead.
Yes.
And that's what they get to do, which is
Okay.
marvellous.
Wouldn't it be great if they just kind of went totally left to centre?
And
you
they
know-
did like a Slipknot video.
Yeah.
They did pure dark room, all wearing masks.
Pure dark room with everybody running around with their underpants.
Still singing the same songs.
Yeah.
Or like a Blink 182 video.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Denver running down in just his jocks down the middle of Port Dublin.
Yeah.
That'd be. Yeah.
Or Nathan Carter just walking along the main street in Sligo,
Yeah.
pushing people out of the way like Richard Ashcroft
Class.
did that one time.
Like that. What a great video that would be.
Yeah.
Or like the bowling for. Or no, what do they call it? Some 41.
Some 41.
Have you ever seen the video for In Too Deep? They're all
yes.
doing skateboarding stuff
Yes.
and all that, and they're jumping off into a
I'd
pool.
love to see a good country band in Ireland and a skate park.
I'd love to see Derek Ryan doing a half pipe. I'd love to, just to switch things up. Going up and popping ollies up a half pipe. I want to, but still singing a country song about lovely Ireland.
Yeah.
But belting up a half pipe.
yeah.
That'd be brilliant if we could just to change the gears a little bit.
I'm just thinking-
or even more so, I'd love to see Slipknot or Fred Durst and the Limp Bizkits. I'd
Doing
love to
the country song.
Doing the country song.
Yeah.
Walking through like the domain in
Forestry.
Castlereagh. Yeah.
Or standing outside a nice old Irish house.
Yeah,
And,
and if-
talking about fucking their lives up.
Yeah. Like if it was a case of them sitting down on a lovely bench, tapping their knee, going, "Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Fuck you, I do what you tell." But they're just tapping their knee and singing along to it, lovely. Daniel O'Donnell, he is the one who invented those videos. Daniel O'Donnell invented that video.
Oh, I thought it was Foster and Allen, but
Foster and Kendy as well. But Foster and Kendy, in fairness to them, they might hop up on the back of a horse-drawn
hold
carriage.
on a gosh darn second there now. Did I not see recently that Limp Bizkit landed out abroad at a big stage and dressed as country music stars?
They did. Fred Durst
They
has
did.
gone country now.
He has gone country, full country.
So that, but sure didn't Kid Rock
Now-
do it as well?
He did. Now, in fairness, the guitar player didn't get that email.
He had the bucket on the head.
He still dressed as though.
He went out and went, lads, what? You didn't tell me that. You're all dressed like fucking Gareth Brooks.
Do you find that he's dressed like as a 1950s mime? He's got the, or like Kiss or something.
That fella with the bucket head.
Is it with a bucket head?
I think, is he doing that so that people don't know who he really is because he doesn't want to be famous?
Yeah,
Do
true.
you know what I mean? He doesn't want to be recognised. Your one does that as well, see ya.
Oh yeah, she always does interviews from behind.
Yeah. And I've often dreamt of interviewing Sia
From behind.
from behind.
Yeah.
It's been one of my
I've actually
lifelong
seen
goals.
that. I think Graham Norton was talking to her in a film.
Yeah, that
or not a
popped
film.
up.
Yeah, he's sitting there looking at the camera, and she's with her back to the
The
camera.
thing is, like nowadays, obviously, you can't get away with that. So if you just Google what to Sia look like, you'll see.
she's there.
Ah.
Did Banksy get on nerve jet?
I don't know. Do people know who Banksy is? Yes.
There was some sort of a court case where they were going to try and unmask him.
Well, the thing about Banksy is
Banksy.
he's going around tagging, Ray. They call it tagging.
What's tagging?
Spray painting.
All right.
But like, if you don't know who Banksy is, right?
Yeah.
I could tip down now to the Garavogue Bridge there, just between the Glass House and Connolly's pub.
Yes.
And I could spray a big Mickey, splurting out all sorts on the side of it, and write down Banksy.
Banksy.
And then people go,
And
I wonder is it?
Then they'll immediately know it wasn't Banksy because it's spelt wrong.
But even
Banksy with a T.
that was Planksty that put that one down. It was Planksty that did that. But what I'm saying is, there could be a lot of guys out there pretending that it is a Banksty.
Yeah.
So if I go up to, let's say, Oris on Roach, right?
Rocha.
Yeah.
Or
Like-
Sanook the Rocha. The
I go
House
up
of
to-
Ice Cream.
The House
Michael
of Ice
D.
Cream.
Higgins.
Right? And I spray paint his front door with a beautiful mural and
Yes,
say it's
beautiful.
Banksty.
Yeah.
Then Banksy's going to get in trouble and they're
Yes.
going to say, we need this fella now.
Yeah.
But I'm the culprit.
Yeah.
You know, so if I was him, I'd come out and let everyone know who he is and let them know what
Make
he
it
has
round.
or hasn't tagged. You know?
I have a question for you.
Go on.
How are we for time? Oh, not too
You're
bad.
fine.
I have to ask you, how did you get on? You did something there last Friday night in the Garavogue.
I hated it, yeah.
In the Garavogue, you were a Simon Cowell. You
I
were
had
the
to
judge at Sligo's Got Talent.
Simon Scowley.
Simon Cowell.
Yeah, I was Simon Scowell. I had to judge Sligo's Got Talent for the first time. I was asked to judge Sligo's Got Talent anyway, and I said no because we're going to have all these wonderful acts up there going, I can't believe this flute who just gigs around the town is going to be judging me.
Yeah.
They were stuck. I said, okay, I'll do it this time. And I was enjoying every second of it, right up until the fact where I had to pick between two people.
You did. And not only that, I think the presenter, Robbie Fitzkendy, he asked you, he said, who's in trouble?
I said, this is tough.
Yeah.
I said, this is tough, Robbie. I don't know who to pick. And he said, Mark, it's very, very easy. Just pick who you think is the most talented. I said, you're not making this easy.
Two gentlemen in front of you, two very talented gentlemen.
Yeah.
And they both sang their hearts out. And you sat there and ruined one of their lives.
I did ruin one of their lives, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he...
How do you feel about it since?
Yeah, I don't like it. That's why I don't want to do it ever again. I hated it. I don't want to be a Simon Scowl.
Yeah.
And your missus then gets to be the lovely Cheryl Cole, like
She
we
did,
said.
yeah.
She gets to be like, well, I just love everybody.
I think
wish
everyone's great.
I think everyone could be brilliant all the time.
Yeah.
And then David Church has that sass. He has some sass in him, Ray. And he can let it out the odd time. I think you should let it out more so we look better.
Yeah.
You know? So I won't be, but that is down to the last 7
I think
people
there's
now.
7 people left in it now. It's on this Friday night and it's on the following Friday. It's actually quite a good show.
Brilliant.
I have to say,
Yeah.
the contestants this year, and you wouldn't expect it, but Christ above, they're actually really good.
Who knew?
Who knew that Sligo had talent?
Yeah, because if you went round to any of the pubs with likes of me gigging in them, you'd be saying, not a whole lot going on in this town now.
On there now.
So there is some talent in Sligo as well.
The final is on the 1st of December, and I actually think that'll be a good night. It'll be a good night out because the bitch is cracking it. Like.
I insulted one of them with a compliment.
Oh.
Did you ever insult someone with a compliment?
What did you say?
Genuinely, one of them, and I insulted myself and her with a compliment.
Good.
So 2 for 1 job.
Good.
I said to her, you were born to be in a band, a wedding band.
Yes.
Which turns out to be an insult. She was going, you think I'm going to be... Like, she was like, I'm going to...
Sorry, I didn't realise you said that to her. That's actually horrible.
Yeah, that's all.
You're literally, all you're good for is a wedding band. Forget about that career you're thinking of.
Now we're after insulting
all the wedding bands.
every wedding band in the country. But what I mean is, she wants to be a star.
It's not, the wedding band is not the pinnacle.
Yeah, she wants to be a star.
She wants to be a star.
Yeah, but I was saying to her, you want to forget that dream, lovey? Why come and join me in a wedding band?
And that was why you were chatting her after, was it?
I want her to be in a wedding band with me.
Okay.
So, but I just need her dreams to get crushed first.
Question: do
So
you
that'll
not
take a
think
couple of
that
years.
insulted everybody else as well?
I insulted everyone.
That no one, that you weren't asking any of the rest of them to be in a wedding band with you.
Yeah, because there's certain clientele for certain things. Like
Yeah,
one of them
what?
is born to be on Broadway.
Okay.
One of them is born to be, they're all born like,
Yeah, they were
as
all
long as
born
we
at some
recognise that everyone was born at some point, Ray.
Okay, I'll leave you.
And then,
But it's interesting now. You just picked one out of the 8 now for the wedding band.
Ray,
yeah.
you know who I'm on about. You could see her in front of a 5-piece band.
Look at. I wouldn't put you down now if you wanted to get her for the wedding band.
I'm going to
look
try.
You could, but you have to wait and see. She's going to be a star first.
Yeah, no, that's what I need her dreams to get broken into little tiny pieces.
Don't worry, the final will do that.
And then I need to be there for it,
to
for
be
that
there
to
to pick
happen.
them back up.
I need to jump in and go, how are you going? 350 a night. It's a handy one. You're selling your soul,
Handy
lovey,
one,
but
yeah.
let's go for it.
I get you get your mic. There's
Because
no wires.
as people don't realise, and we might as well just say it now anyway, is that there is a wedding band in our midst, a brand new wedding band in Sligo.
Well, the only way to increase this podcast reach is to clearly start doing weddings.
Start doing weddings, right?
Yeah, it took us 5 years to figure it out.
So
Nearly
there
6.
is as we speak, and we have gigs coming up.
Yes, we have.
Not like pub gigs, like
We've a gig coming up.
Yeah, no, we are. Myself and Ray have played the far side of hundreds, if not thousands, of weddings in our time.
Yeah.
And we're sitting here going, do you know what? Why not just do something with it to hell?
Yeah.
So we are going to be announcing a wedding band very, very soon.
So if you're getting married soon and you want this utter
It's Kendy
shite
Raybo.
talk,
Yeah, not just the two of us, by the way. We have a band.
You can
like.
have a live podcast at your wedding with some musical interludes.
We're kind of saying this like quite blasé. We're saying this quite blasé because we haven't actually released anything
You'll
yet.
be raging now when Brendan looks for his slice of the wedding band money.
Can't mention this wedding band unless
Well, it's not called the Kendy and Raybo wedding band, Brendan.
We should have called it the Kendy and Raybo
No, because
wedding
then
band.
we have to give him money.
Yeah, true.
Which
you're not allowed to mention it either.
No, it's a fuck off. We're mentioning everything to do with you. Tell everyone about the lights. Tell
Right
everyone.
as well. But the thing that is Kendy and Raybo, what about the big Christmas extravaganza deluxe show?
Christmas Deluxe Extravaganza live show is on the 20th of December. We're putting some stuff in place.
Yeah.
We will have a live Kendy Raybo house band at the show in Anderson's.
Yeah.
There might be guests, there might not. We're trying to figure out what we're going to do with the actual show, yes.
Yeah, I had a
But
thought.
those tickets are on sale for the 20th, Wednesday, the 20th of December. A massive Deluxe Extravaganza Christmas show. It's going to be class.
Now,
Can't wait.
what about Paul Stenson as a guest?
Oh, well, you and him are best mates now. You
Well,
got
no,
the
the
same
fact
flight.
that he, robbed my face for some of his Instagram stories.
He owes you.
You'd wonder, would he be much crack?
Oh, it'd be great crack.
Would he though?
The head numb, he'd be great crack.
Yeah, he'd probably talk about things. And you'd
Yeah, and
enjoy
you know what?
listening.
Yeah, someone who talks about things and enjoys listening.
I think that'd be the
How
sort
did
of thing.
you narrow it down to such
I just know that's what he does.
such attributes
He'd
that
just,
you'd
be,
look
he'd just
for?
be talking about things and you'd be interested to hear what he thinks about them.
And then do you think he'd listen to us then back?
No,
and then
I doubt it. I'd say we just ask the questions and he'd go off on one.
Let him
But
off on one.
I have a funny feeling he's now kind of retired from public life.
He has retired
He's moved
from
to Ackle.
Yeah, he's moved to he's not gone from public life, Ray. He's just not
Is he
doing.
a hermit now?
He's gone from the Dublin public life.
Right.
So
So do you think he'd
Dublic
be
life.
interested Dublic?
Yeah, Dublic life. But he'd be interested in our crack now.
Dublin.
Publin.
Yeah.
Publin life. So he'd be interested in our crack. I think maybe you wouldn't know. We're only Spitfire. We're only throwing out stuff here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
We're only trying to say, what will we do with this? But anyone who goes to these shows, hopefully knows it is worth it regardless of what
Yes.
the boys do.
Yeah.
And I would say there'll be prizes on the night, there'll be bands on the night.
We're
there'll be all
already
kinds of crack.
buying some selection boxes to give away.
I've already bought 3 of the selection boxes.
Yeah, I'm gonna get 2.
So now we have 5
Mark,
selection
I have
boxes.
one last question for you.
Go on.
I think I have one last question for you.
No.
You know when you're in a restaurant
Yeah.
of a Sunday, if they had, and I know I can hear your head, utter shite is what this is.
Go on.
If there was 5 specials of a Sunday on a menu, would
Yeah,
you
that's leftovers.
Would you consider that excessive?
Yeah, because what that means is, geez, we didn't sell all those fillets. That's what it is, Ray.
But if you have a full menu of stuff, loads of stuff on the menu, right?
5 specials.
And
like.
5 specials on top of that
No.
of a Sunday. Is it because this was a debate we had yesterday? Myself and my dad, ML was kind of looking at it going, it's an awful lot of specials.
The reason there's 5 specials on that menu is because they had a quiet week.
Right.
It's because they had a quiet week and they're going, we haven't sold a lump of a beef.
Okay.
So we need to get rid of it
Yeah.
by Monday or else it's
Okay.
gone off.
Okay.
Call it a special.
Special.
And then your
Gotcha.
man opens the fridge and he goes, Jerry, you won't want to see this bite. You want to have more than that one.
Right, okay.
Let's
That's
call
what
it
it
something
was.
else.
And so, specials.
That's exactly what it is.
Get rid of stuff.
So you can tell, was ML saying it's too much? You were saying it's not enough.
I didn't mind it.
No, but it's not. The thing about calling it a special in a restaurant is...
It draws
like I
your
said,
attention to it.
Yeah, it's just to go, well, we can sell this thing now.
Yeah.
Like if they said to me, pasta carbonara special, I'd be like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, but does it also somehow make you think it's fresher than everything else in the menu?
Yeah, but I think, and I haven't worked in the industry trade, I think it's the opposite.
it's microwave.
Less fresh.
It's microwave.
Because it's meat that's about to go.
Right.
And they're saying we better get rid of it on a Sunday evening.
Okay.
Do you know? Or
Yeah.
else this thing is going to be all
Thank you,
thrown
that's
out.
good now.
There you go.
That's
I mean,
good.
there's an insight into the restaurant world based on absolutely nothing but just my head.
Yeah.
And someone's going to mess in and say, Kendy, you dirty pervert. Nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
We genuinely put heart and soul into these meals.
Yeah.
Don't believe you. But anyway, it's your right to defend yourself in that.
Don't
as well.
forget the Patreon if you'd like to see our jaws while we talk.
Yeah, you can go to patreon.com/Kendy Raybo podcast and support us and watch the video of all of these episodes.
And I have t-shirts now.
Oh, did you get them done again?
I got
Yeah,
the
so we have
t-shirts
another
ready.
batch going out. I know there was 2 or 3 people getting answers
Yeah.
there. We sent out a batch a while ago.
And I'm sorry, yeah.
We've mailed everyone, by the way.
Oh, great.
If we've mailed you, you have to get back to us and let us know. I know there's a couple of our standard ones that will be going in this new batch that you got.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but
I got a
mail us
lovely
back.
selection. Now
Yeah.
I've given some of them away. I gave some of them away.
This is what drives me mad.
to staff and Andersons.
Yeah, but Ray, you used to do this with the old batches as well. Say, you used to come into the room here and say, can I have 2 or 3 t-shirts there?
Yeah.
And you're like, Ray, we have to give those
But
to
you
people.
feel bad, the staff and Andersons are so nice and they're always minding us and the whole lot.
Yes,
and-
they are. They're the
and
nicest
just
staff
feel
in the
bad
world.
when they're not walking around with fair play to me t-shirts on.
Yeah, but Ray, they're walking around with an hourly wage. Like I said, it's not
they're
our
being
job to
paid
pay
through
them.
there, but yeah, and they're being paid very well. It's
They're
probably
the
one of
best
the
in
most
town.
lucrative places
Yes.
to work in town.
80 euro an hour. It's like a therapist.
Yeah, it is,
Yeah,
in fairness.
yeah. I can't believe you're giving away all the... It costs us money, Ray. It costs us money to get this stuff together. Christ almighty. So there we go. Pissed off at Ray at the end of the episode. I thought I was doing better, but, he always finds a way, doesn't he? Thanks to Brendan for flicking the keys off himself out the back there. Good to have you back, Brendan.
Back now.
Don't forget the Christmas lights on Saturday. Go
Yeah.
down, and Ray, fair play to me.
And fair play to me.
Good luck.
Good luck.
The Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre and Wonderful Food Items and Maeve's Cozy Front Lounge.